What's up, everybody? It's Clint Powell once again here with Eric Buchanan and Associates. Quick disclaimer, I have used Eric and his team as my attorneys in the past. That's the reason I thought it would be good for me to lead this shorter video series we do, basically questions that I had that you may have as well. I'm sitting here at my dining room table, and like you, I may have gotten the notice from the insurance company, and it's in two font written in old English with a lot of these and thous and maybe some deadlines. That's a good time to call somebody smarter than me and maybe smarter than you. I don't know who you are. You may be a brilliant person. I know I needed help. So I got Noah Breazeale coming up with me. What's up, Noah?
Hey, Clint. Oh, it's a good time to be alive for sure.
It
Did you
is.
have a good Halloween?
I did, man. I had a good Halloween. I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving. And finally, the leaves are turning here in the fall. So everybody seems to be happy right now. How's life as an attorney, real quick? You doing good?
Yeah, no complaints. Busy helping people.
Well, it did good. Let's do the question because me and you talked before we started recording. And the question is this: how long do benefits last? Let's say I get the notice. I need to claim disability. What can I expect?
Sure, and that's a great question, right? You got to be able to prepare for your future. Got to know what it is that you're actually signing up for.
Right.
So it's going to depend. Policies can pay people for different periods of time, and to a certain degree, it depends on the type of policy you have.
I was going to say, from now on, can I interrupt you? Because from now on, I want to take the first one of all these with all your team attorneys because it does depend on the policy. And that's the only answer I know now. Everything above that is you people have to, you smart folks take it over. But I've learned one thing. When all else fails, bring it to somebody like you because it does depend on the policy.
It does. It
Okay.
does. It
Yeah.
lays it all out there in so many different ways.
Yep.
And length of benefits is definitely one of those things that's in the policy. A lot of times, policies are going to be limited to about age 65. Sometimes they'll pay you to what's called the Social Security normal retirement age.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just kind of a quick shortcut on that. If you're born after 1960, at least as of now, it's automatically age 67. It could get a little complicated if you were born before 1960. It's worth looking up because it can be 55 and a half and kind of strange increments like that.
Yeah.
But so typically for an insurance policy that you get through your job, through your work, age 65 to age 67. If you have an individual policy, sometimes those can uh, vary a little bit. Sometimes they can pay for life, which can be a really great benefit to somebody. Um, Beyond that, sometimes you see some special policies that'll say, hey, no matter what, we're going to pay you for 5 years. That's it, regardless of how old you are. So again, going back to that concept, you got to look at your policy.
Right.
Um, One thing to watch out for in your policy is depending on the type of condition that you have that's causing your disability. Sometimes policies will limit the amount of benefits that you can get. So let's say you have a policy that pays to age 65 most of the time, but if your disability is caused by a kind of a common limitation would be a mental and nervous condition.
Mm-hmm.
It might say that if that's the cause of your disability, then you're limited to 24 months. And those are becoming more and more prevalent, not only the mental and nervous limitations, but you're seeing things like self-reported symptom limitations, musculoskeletal limitations, where there isn't evidence on an MRI showing, certain structural damage. If you just have a back pain that hurts, but there's not really a good reason,
Right.
some policies will limit you for that.
Okay. So we covered two. I know there was three: type of policy, and I think we just covered the type of disability, right? And then
Yes.
the third is it sounds kind of like the policy, but I think it's different. I'll let you explain it more. The type of insurance, or did I get that wrong?
Well, and I think that kind of rolls right back
Yeah.
into the type of policy you have,
Okay.
and really a big distinction is um, the kind of the lifetime policies or the I'll pay you till for 5 years, kind of these special time periods. You see those a lot more in individual policies. than in group policies that you might get through your work.
Well, these are supposed to be short videos, so I'm going to wrap it up. But I do want to ask you this. Is this a good thing to really focus on as you're buying the policy? Once you get the policy, you kind of can do some groundwork on this before you're in need of filing a claim, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's absolutely something worth considering, especially if you're going to go out and buy your own policy, because again, those lifetime benefits can really come in handy, if you need them.
Well, and we buy sometimes, and we're going to let you go. I'm going to ask you for the phone number and the web address, but sometimes we buy insurance to check the box in life. Like, I've got insurance, right? Check. But we don't read it or buy it with actually expecting to have to use it for the worst case scenarios. And when those worst case scenarios happen, that's when we kind of go, man, I really wish I knew somebody like Noah.
Sure. And hindsight can be 2020,
That's
in
right.
that way.
Yeah. Do me a favor, man. And I want to make sure we get everything in. If there's something you need to add it. If not, let's give everybody the phone number and the web address so they know how to get in touch with the team.
Sure. So if you want to call our office, our number is 423-634-2506. But we also have a fantastic website, as Clint mentioned, and that's going to be www.buchanandisability.com.
There we go, man. Noah, I really appreciate your time today, buddy.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.